I'm Anil Kumar, and now let us understand what a line graph is, how to sketch one, and how to read it. So let's begin by the importance of line graph itself. So I've written down here for you that a line graph shows how the change in one value is related to the change in another value. So whenever you have a line graph, we normally have two values, and we are seeing how one changes with respect to the other. Now here is the situation. Sanam filled 8 liters container with water. Then she opened a tap at the bottom to empty it. The table shows the amount of water in the container over time. Plot a line graph and describe the story from it. So that's the table. Time in minutes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is one value. The other one is the level of the water in liters. So water level is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 4, 0. So when we really read the values, we are reading as coordinate points. So the values are when time is 0, water level is 0. So its coordinate value is 0, 0. When time is 1, water level is 2. Right? Let's look into the case. Sanam filled 8 liters container with water. So she is filling, and therefore after every minute the water level is increasing. So after 2 minutes the level is 4 liters. That's what it means. So the readings here in the table indicate what happens to the water level as time goes on. So after 3 minutes it is 6, 4, 8, 5, 8, 6, 4, and 7, 0, right? So these are the coordinate pairs. So what we have got from the table is set of coordinate pairs. So these are, let me write down here, coordinate pairs, right? The question is, the table shows the amount of water in the container over time. Plot a line graph and describe the story from it. So let's first draw the line graph. Let's begin with 0, 0, which is the origin, where x and y axis intersect. 1, 2. 1 is the value towards right, the x coordinate value. 2 is vertical, y coordinate value. So 1 and 2, that's the point. 2, 4, 2 and 4. 3, 6, 3 and 6. You can pause the video, sketch the line graph, and then answer the question at this moment. Okay, 4, 8, 4 and 8, and then 5, 8, 5 and 8, 6, 4, 6 and 4, 7, 0, 7, 0. So those are the points. When we say line graph, we need to connect these points, right? So let us connect them with a straight line. So first 5 points seem to fall in a straight line, so I'll connect them all together, right? So these are my first 5 points, and then let's move right to connect the next one. There we go, right? So that is the one. It's a horizontal line, and then these 3 can be connected by a line going downwards. Okay. So what we have done here is that we have made a line graph to represent the situation. Now let us describe. So we have done first part, that is plot a line graph, and now describe the story from it. So what is the story here? That is what you need to describe. Let's get back to the question. Sanam filled 8-liter container with water. Then she opened a tap at the bottom to empty it. So while she is filling, the water level is rising. And when the tap is open, the water level is falling. Do you see that? So what we notice here is that in first first 4 minutes. So this is time in minutes. Let me write x as time t. Let me write this as time in minutes. Okay. And y here is the water level. So that is in liters. So we'll say water level in liters. Okay. So that is our y-axis. So as the time moves on, the water level changes. So this graph is water level with respect to time. So as you know, line graph shows how change in one value is related to change in another value, right? So what is happening with time? The water level is changing. That is how these two things are related. Now let's describe it. So what we notice here is that in first 4 minutes, so in first 4 minutes, what happens? Water level constantly increase, right? From 0 liters to 8 liters, right? So to 8 liters. So in first 4 minutes, Sanam is able to fill 8 liters. Then what happens? Then from 4 to 5, for a minute, the water level remains same. That means the tap filling has been stopped, right? So next minute, so from 4 to 5 minutes, that is next minute, from 4 to 5 minutes, tap is switched off. Water level remains same, right? Or constant. Okay. So that happened in the next step. So this is the next step, first step, and then what happens? And then the water is drained from the bottom, right? So then it takes how long? It takes how long to drain all the water? From 5, 6, 7, 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to drain all the water. Correct? So that is how you could actually describe the line graph shown here, which we have drawn from the given table, right? So that is how we can connect experiment, table, graph, and then from the graph we can read the whole story. I hope that helps. I would like you to explore, experiment, and then make your own line graph and describe it. Thank you and all the best.